What's going on, everyone? Today we got a very fun one with Mon Mothma Double Green. We're playing some officials, and we are going to do some cool things with Unity of Purpose. Before I dive into the full list and see what we got going on today, a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I cannot wait to share with you all this list. So Mon Mothma, we can ignore the aspect penalties on non-villainy officials units we play. I wish this was all officials. It would not break the card, I don't think. And well, we've got a lot of officials in the deck. So the whole game plan really is we do have Unity of Purpose in the deck. This is just a very strong card in any deck that wants to go wide. With Mon Mothma, we're also playing Droid Manufactory to get the extra Battle Droid tokens to pump up Unity of Purpose. If we deploy Mon Mothma, get the Droid Manufactory, that's 3 units. If we have another, let's say, unit on board, that's 3 unique units. When we play Unity of Purpose, we get +3/+3 to 4 units. That can oftentimes win us the game. That said, we have a lot of other cards to generate a bunch of units for us. For example, Queen Amidala comes down as a unique unit +2 spy tokens. We have things like Beloved Orator to come down with a spy token. Outspoken Representative to be a 0/3, but then when it dies into a Clone Trooper token. Random things like Jar Jar and Favorable Delegate, and cheap units like Populist Advisor and R2 to come down, being relatively tanky and also just cheap units to play to, well, hopefully set up for a big Unity of Purpose. We have some other payoffs as well, though. We've got Admiral Akbar to kill off units because we have a big board. We've got Figure of Unity if we don't draw the Unity of Purpose to drop on Mon Mothma to give everything raid 1, restore 1, and overwhelm. We've got Chancellor Palpatine coming in as a plot unit to potentially come down as a 2/2 +2 spy token, similar to Queen Amidala, but a lot weaker. And then we also have Chancellor Palpatine as a unit on 4-drop. So we have the Chancellor Palpatine 3-drop villainy, and then we have the Chancellor Palpatine 4-drop double cunning that we can ignore. Chancellor Palpatine you can't ignore, so it's a 5-drop. This Chancellor Palpatine allows every token unit to enter play ready. This can be very powerful. If you think about this, we just play this on turn 3. It's a 2/6. It's probably not going to die. When we deploy Mon Mothma, our droids are going to be readied. And then we can go ahead and play something like Queen Amidala and have both of our spy tokens readied as well. That can do some good work. And we're probably going to lose a unit, which means Palpatine can attack and generate a readied up Clone Trooper as well. So that can do some amazing stuff. Hopefully, we'll be able to take this to a couple of wins. Let's see what we can do with Mon Mothma today. Alrighty, let's see what our first hand is. We've got Favorable Delegate up against C3PO. I think I'm going to mulligan this. Okay. Not a fantastic hand, but not a horrible hand either. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Outspoken Representative, and we will see where we go from here. They got an L3. We'll see what C3PO can do over there. They're probably playing like droids or something like that. So I want to keep both Chancellor Palpatines because I don't think that they're really going to be able to do anything besides, like, I mean, they're going to have a good curve, but C3PO himself isn't really going to do anything. Let's go Beloved Orator. They've got R2. We're going to go ahead and claim. They've got Babu Frick. Ooh, there's our Unity of Purpose, though. There it is. Okay, let's hit Babu. I mean, we're going to knock out Babu just because it's the strongest card on their board. They can attack, kill our Beloved Orator with the R2, which is fine. We'll go ahead and play out the Chancellor Palpatine. Now, if they knock out the Outspoken Representative, it gets readied up immediately, and we can knock out Babu Frick. So that ends up working pretty nicely for us. They can deploy our C3PO, and let's see what they have as a follow-up. Okay, we're going to go and claim. They got a 1-powered... they got a 1/6 over there. Ooh, scary. They got Falcon. Okay, Falcon comes in. Falcon does some work. Let's... ooh, okay. I mean, I can play Leia, ready a resource, and then command. That seems pretty good. They're bouncing, huh? Okay, let's kill C3PO. I don't really care about killing their units necessarily. I was just trying to get another trigger off Palpatine here. Ooh, Captain Typho, huh? Captain Typho is obnoxious. Let's go ahead and ready a resource. And let's deploy Mon Mothma. And then let's give 2 experience tokens and get a resource. Kill Captain Typho. Hit them for 1. Pass. Okay. I mean, I think Leia's actually pretty good here. Let's see. Did we not get another clone trooper token? Where's our other clone trooper token? Hold on. Where's our other clone trooper token? Did L3 kill it? I can't remember. My opponent's doing all this stuff, but I feel like it's unlosable. Like, yeah, they did all this stuff, sure, I guess, but it does not matter really. Oh, look at all these readied up units. We have the Unity of Purpose in hand. Oh, we have another Unity of Purpose. Oh no. Oh geez. We have 6 unique units. Ooh. I mean, honestly, if we didn't have a Unity of Purpose right now, it still would have been a great setup. I mean, this C3 just does nothing. I mean, what is the C3PO done? It is bad. It is bad. I am sorry for the C3PO enjoyers out there, but it is bad. All right, let's go Unity of Purpose. We got a bunch of powered up units. Don't think my opponent can really do anything against this, but I guess we're going to find out. Kill the Obi-Wan. Waylay the Palp. Sure. I mean, you're still... It's over. It's so over. It's so over. Any of these cards is lethal. And if it's not... Okay, home 1. Sure. Let's go Beloved Orator. And let's go Unity of Purpose Part 2. I could have played this differently to where I might have had lethal with the Queen Amidala last turn, but I have double Unity of Purpose, so it just does not matter. Like, I'm playing super inefficiently because I'm like, we got double Unity of Purpose. It just does not matter. It just does not matter. They had a lot of answers, right? They had Waylay, they had the home one, they had the blue leader, they had multiple sentinels. So, despite C3PO not doing anything, I mean, it did exhaust, it did stall him out for a turn. They did have the home one. They did a couple of cool things, but yeah, it didn't really need to be min-maxed here because we just had the nuts. I mean, double Unity of Purpose was incredible. Plus, we had triple Palp. Like, I mean, there was just nothing they could do. Alrighty, into the next game. We've got ourselves, well, a couple of interesting cards here. Populist Advisor, Outspoken Representative. I'm going to keep this because we've got the Unity of Purpose. And I always like myself some Unity of Purpose action. We're going to go with Outspoken Representative on turn 1. They've got a ground or a space unit, which, honestly, very happy about that. Let's go with Bail Organa here. Actually, let's resource the Populist Advisor. Super Laser Technician. Let's go ahead and play out the Beloved Orator. And we'll see what my opponent decides to do here. I think there's some merit to claiming initiative. Yeah. Let's pass. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of Amidalas. Well, good thing that was a lot of Amidalas. Wow, if we drew any of our cheaper cards, this would have been like slam dunk win. But now actually we're playing a Bail Organa on this turn, which kind of sucks. All right, let's go ahead and get in for 2. They have Super Lasers. They can defeat it to deal 1 to something and do their thing. They've got Clan Ordo, huh? Okay, I mean, that's a lot of 3/3s. It's a lot of 3/3s. There's a Palpatine. And Amidala. Okay, hold on. So I can deploy and create a bunch of Sentinels, or I can just play Queen Amidala. I think I'm just going to deploy Mon Mothma, create 2 battle droids, pass on the plot, because all my units are now going to get powered up, which is very, very powerful. And so now the Outspoken Representative is going to tank some hits for us, which is going to be really, really nice. I'm going to hit the Super Laser Technician, discard a card. It's going to be a Queen Amidala to create another spy token. And then they're going to get a resource here. But the reason I'm doing this is because now they can attack, but we're going to be able to get our other units in. And then we're going to be able to hit Queen Amidala for some good effect here. And I don't really see, unless they have like Turbo Laser Salvo, an answer to what my opponent's really doing. Or to what I'm doing. And they just defeated their Silencer because they realized the game's not about that. And now we're going to be able to play Queen Amidala. And I mean, this game, I don't know what my opponent can really do. Open fire on Beloved Orator. Sure. Sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique units. If they kill another one, it's 5 unique units. That is totally fine. They're going to disclose the Emperor Palpatine. We're going to claim initiative. We're going to play Unity of Purpose, and hopefully that will win us the game. But we're going to find out very shortly, huh? Let's go ahead and Unity of Purpose it up. A couple of 3/3s was not necessarily what I expected when I saw the Palpatine red, but, you know, they did their thing, and we did ours. There's Unity of Purpose for you. Let's see what my opponent has. They got 7 resources. They can play a Darth Vader, but, I mean, Darth Vader doesn't even kill any of these things, so kind of unfortunate. Okay, we'll just use that battle droid to kill the phase 3 then. And it's GG. GG. Like I said, I saw Unity of Purpose, I'm keeping. That's pretty much how this game goes. Alrighty, and we've got ourselves a pretty solid hand. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not a great hand, but it's solid. I mean, the command's going to do some work. Bail Organa is going to be able to have a Sentinel with the Outspoken Representative, which I really like. And then we have the Figure of Unity if we don't happen to draw the Unity of Purpose. And then Command can help us ramp into maybe a Mon Mothma a turn early, which can do some work as well. Cassian Yellow could be a potentially very aggressive deck, so we'll have to see what my opponent's dealing with over there. They've got Jyn Erso. Well, that ends up being... Well, you don't say. You don't say. Let's go ahead and discard that Figure of Unity. No one cares about that anymore. Let's go with an Outspoken Representative and block some... We've got 2 of them. Two Unity of Purposes. I really hope they don't play like something to like Spark of Rebellion. Wing Leader. All right. Well, let's go Command. We're going to give 2 experience over to the Outspoken Representative and make a resource. So now they won't be able to... I mean, actually, that was a mistake because this has Saboteur, right? Oh. Okay, they're all in, huh? Okay, let's deploy Mon Mothma. Create a couple battle droid tokens, then we'll see what my opponent does. This doesn't have Saboteur yet, but they're going to be able to hit the Outspoken Representative and knock that out. But that's okay. We're going to attack in, and I see no reason to create a spy token here, because if I were to, let's say, discard the Unity of Purpose and they have a Spark Rebellion right now, that sucks for us. It's probably GG, because we don't have another Spark Rebellion. Or Unity of Purpose. So I don't see a reason to discard. Even if they were able to knock out like Bail here, we still have 4 unique units, which is +4/+4 to everything. That probably is good enough to win the game. Probably good enough. Especially since we have a backup Unity of Purpose, right? They killed the Outspoken Representative, which is not the card that you really wanted to see. Oh, they killed a spy token. Never mind. Yeah, we're just going to go Unity of Purpose. That's a Light Maker. And we're going to win the game. And that wasn't particularly close. GG. Unity of Purpose is a broken card. It's just a broken card. What can I say? Into our next matchup. This one's going to be an interesting one. We're up against a full control deck in Iden Data Vault. I think we actually have a decent shot in this game. Obviously, Unity of Purpose is going to be good, but just putting out a bunch of units is going to be kind of the key here. And things like Outspoken Representative are great against Power of the Dark Side. So maybe we can get some value brewing there, and then we can take advantage of kind of what we got going on. And this is the type of hand that I'm keeping every day of the week. Mina Bonteri, not going to be all that great, but Outspoken Representative, 0/3, going Gonna come down. Figure of Unity will resource the other Chancellor Palpatine. And then, I mean, this thing is going to just soak up the power of the dark sides for us. We're going to play Beloved Orator, 2 units on the board. Very, very important. Very, very, very important that we get multiple units on the board. And now, again, Power of the Dark Side, what does it do? It kills a 0/3 and makes us a 2/2. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. Merciless Contest, yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. Any day of the week. That is a fantastic situation for us. And now let's just start getting in some damage. Let's start getting in, chipping in. If they have a takedown, no big deal. We're left with 2 units. This is the type of deck that really, really makes some of these, control decks really, really awkward. Really awkward, to be honest. Because, I mean, like, yeah, my opponent can kind of do this stuff, but it doesn't really do a whole lot up against us. Here, I'm tempted to go with Favorable Delegate plus Figure of Unity, so we'll see what my opponent's going to do. They could have a No Glory, which, I mean, No Glory would be good. Okay, let's deploy Mon Mothma, and let's create 2 Battle Droid tokens. We'll pass on the Palps. I know I Palp's good and all, but Entrenched. I don't really care about Entrenched. Let's go Figure of Unity on Palp. Let's go Beloved Orator, attack, in for 2, in for 2. Favorable Delegate, draw a card. Attack in, pass. Wow, we got a lot of options here, huh? Vigilance. I mean, that doesn't do much. That does not do much. Because what we can do here is ready a resource with the Leia. Queen Amidala. And then we kind of just go to town, huh? So we can attack in... We'll attack into the Iden with the Entrenched Mina Bonteri. Attack, 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 attack. Pass. Yes, kill the Iden Greens, kill them all. Oh my gosh, this is so satisfying. This is the most satisfying game I've ever played against my opponents. Oh my goodness. I am so happy right now. I'm so happy right now. Oh, we even have regional governor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, do your thing. Play your Maul. Who cares about Maul? How dominant was this game? Like, my opponent had a perfectly reasonable hand. Dr. Pershing on turn 1, Merciless Contest. They had the Vigilance. They had the Maul. They had, all this nonsense. And what do? We said, we don't care about any of that. We kill you. We just destroy. No unity of purpose needed. No unity of purpose. And this is kind of the strength of this deck, is these types of decks where they have 1-for-1, Crushing Blow, Vigilance, Merciless Contest, that type of stuff. Into our next match, and well, let's go ahead and find out if we can race this Sabine. What do I want to go ahead and keep? Do I want to keep this hand? I think I'll mulligan this hand to hopefully find a little bit of a stronger one. This is a much stronger one. I'm a huge fan of this. I honestly think, oh man, that's tough. Figure of Unity can be very clutch. Oh geez. You know what? I'm going to keep Figure of Unity. I think it's going to be pretty powerful in this game. Outspoken Representative is just pretty strong, simply for the fact that my... Ugh. Ooh. Well. I was going to say, Outspoken Representative is just strong because I can go ahead and put up some Sentinels for the Sabine deploy, which is going to be pretty relevant. But, I mean... This is going to be a tricky one. Like, this can at least take on the 3 damage, which is pretty important. Figure of Unity might be necessary to deploy early on. Ooh, there's another Unity of Purpose. I might just have to deploy Figure of Unity here and now, which kind of stinks, to be honest. I don't really want to be doing that, but we really don't have a whole lot of options. So let's just go ahead and drop it on the Bale. We kind of just have to go ahead and do this. We need the ability to start knocking out more of these units. And we also really can't afford to be playing just like another play and then wait for the Unity of Purpose. It's just not going to work out. Let's go ahead and attack in. We will trigger, discard a card, create a spy token. I'm doing this mainly because I don't think it's really useful to stall out knock action here. They probably have some big unit. They got the Darksaber. Yeah. This is tough. This is tough. I mean, what can we do here, right? What can we do? They've got an attack in for 7. So, I mean, we deploy and nothing happens. We put Akbar down. It's 4 hit. We can hit in for 3. It's just GG. We don't have an answer to this. Just a little bit too aggressive. We had the Sentinel, but they had the Darksaber, which was really critical. I suppose I could have waited and passed and waited for Sabine deploy and then attack that and then try to go in for that version, but we would have still taken a lot of damage and it would have been very close to probably just losing anyways because they had the A-Wing. If they have any other effect, it's just a little bit too fast for us unless we get something like Command to ramp us into Mon Mothma or Unity of Purpose just a little bit early, or getting, you know, something down early so that we can maybe take initiative, but that didn't really work out. Moving on to the next game here, next round, next match. You've got a reasonable hand. Resource the Jar Jar. I think I'm going to resource the Leia. I'd rather go down with these 2 1-drops here rather than going Leia in one of the 1-drops. The 2 1-drops are going to be pretty valuable. Let's go R2. Okay, the Orator actually looks pretty good. I'm going to keep that on top. We're going to go Populist Advisor, and then we're going to pass. Okay, I'm going to resource the Palp. I know it's strong, but we have Beloved Orator into Command, into Unity of Purpose, and that has a very good chance of just winning us the game straight up. Cyril Karn can go ahead and deal some damage. They can go ahead and deal 2 damage to one of my units here, and I'm okay with that. I don't really want to be discarding a card. I do need all of my, you know, my units here. I do need that. So let's go Beloved Orator, put down a unit, and then we will see what ends up happening here. I think we're just going to claim, even though I know I can attack and adjust. I don't really want to be doing that. Let's go ahead and, I mean, we need to ramp. So let's go ahead and go Command, give 2 experience 2 units. Now, which unit do I want to give to experience 2? I think it's gotta be the Beloved Orator, and then we just go ahead and put a resource in. So now we can actually deploy out our Mon Mothma, which is going to be really critical for the next turn. Assuming some units survive here, we're going to look really, really solid in this game. Now, remember, they can choose to do some indirect damage here. I'll just take some damage here. Let's go ahead and knock out the Cyril Karn. I don't really care if my order dies. I just want to keep actual units around. You know, I just want to keep the amount of units around. I don't really care about the size of said unit. Okay, let's deploy Mon Mothma. We'll create some battle droid tokens. We are going to go ahead and knock out the Pride here, and then we're going to hit, and then we've got Palpatine. That seems like a reasonable play. We'll keep that. There's another Palp. Okay, we'll resource one of them. So now I have 5 unique units. So if I get this Unity of Purpose down, it is GG. Now they could have Overwhelming Barrage knock out a couple of units. They could have a lot of different things that could disrupt our game plan. If they do have Overwhelming Barrage, I think what we do is go Leia Palp and kind of go down that direction, because we'll deploy 2 more units, and then even if they do flip Boba, we're still in a good spot. Dornian Gunship. Okay, well, that answers our question. We just take the 2 damage to the base, we take another damage, and then we Unity of Purpose and win the game. There isn't really anything else that my opponent can do. There's Unity of Purpose. That's GG. They have 0 resources. We won. So they pass. We'll put Figure of Unity on top, I guess. They can just claim initiative. We'll just attack, and that's GG. Unity of Purpose. Broken card. Into our next game, and we've got ourselves kind of an interesting one here. We're up against a Grand Inquisitor. Not like the OG one, but the more recent edition here. Let's see what can happen here. Let's go with the Bail Organa to start. Always love starting off with a Bail Organa. Let's go ahead and claim initiative here. And oh my gosh, we ended up just immediately picking it up, huh? I mean, in that case, I think I'm just discarding this Unity, the Figure of Unity. Let's go ahead and play out Amina Bonteri. I know that I could attack here, but I'm gonna attack now. Discard the Figure of Unity, create a spy token. I'm doing this because if I had done it the other way around and attacked first, then they kind of just get a free kill. I mean, this way they also get a free kill because they kill a spy token. It's just kind of awkward no matter what. Okay, Leia Organa. Do I care about Leia? You know, Leia at least allows me to potentially make multiple plays if I draw. Well, just kidding. I'm just gonna play a Chancellor Palpatine. I was gonna say at least she allows me to make multiple plays if I draw like a 3-drop. So I'm gonna keep the Leia around at least. But Chancellor Palpatine is one of the better options here. They've got Darth Tyrannus. Wow, pretty obnoxious here. My opponent really solid kind of curve out here with the Karas, the Drain Essence. Just good. It's just good. Let's go ahead and attack in for 1. Queen, I like that. I'm going to keep that. Queen Amidala is a fantastic pickup here. I can deploy Mon Mothma and create the Chancellor Palpatine, or I can put down Queen Amidala and get 2 readied up spy tokens. Either way, this Chancellor Palpatine is looking quite nice for our game here. I think we'll start off with, you know, I think we just deploy and we create the battle droid tokens and then we play the Chancellor Palpatine with plot. It's just going to be the most useful. It's just going to be the most useful. We can go ahead and kill the Darth Tyrannus to create a clone trooper token that's readied. And now, I mean, we have a lot of options here, but one of the biggest options is just taking initiative. If they deploy their Grand Inquisitor, let's go ahead and attack in for 2. They're going to claim initiative. Okay, so we're going to attack in, pass, resource, I guess one of the other Queen Amidalas. And then, I mean, I don't know what my opponent could have here that gets unless they have Evacuate. Evacuate would be pretty good. I just don't know if they're playing Evacuate in their deck, in their main deck. So now we just go Unity of Purpose, and I mean, what does my opponent do at this point? Guys, Unity of Purpose is just broken. I mean, this card is disgusting. It is truly, truly disgusting. Now, we would have had a good shot of winning the game regardless. Yeah, fell the dragon. Doesn't matter. We would have had a good shot of winning the game regardless with the Chancellor Palpatine plus Queen Amidala this turn, right? Because we get 2 readied up spy tokens again. So I think we still probably would have won this game even without Unity of Purpose. But still, I mean, Unity of Purpose is so gross. The card is disgusting. I mean, what can my opponent do? I mean, they're sitting there, they're thinking, it does not matter. It does not matter. We overkilled them by, how much did we overkill them by? 7, 14. Oh my gosh, that's 22 extra damage we had. We could have done up to, I don't even know. I don't know if we overhit them just now, but up to 50 at least. Up to 50 damage at least on turn 5. That is incredible. And that's the power. That's the power of the deck, guys. Alrighty, what do we learn with Mon Mothma double green? I mean, this deck is strong. It is strong. Now, I'll say this. There is a lot of opportunity to get completely trounced depending on your matchup, right? Like if your opponent's playing a super aggro deck, you're playing a 24 HP base, you can get rushed down. I think it's really our only bad matchup, though. If you're playing against the mid-range decks, there's very, very good opportunity to get down a couple units, get a Unity Purpose, and get a surprise win. And against control, this deck is a monster. It's an absolute monster. I mean, all the 1-drops, cards like Bail Organa or Outspoken Representative, creating multiple units for Power of the Dark Side, Merciless Contest, those types of cards to do absolutely nothing. And then with Mon Mothma's deploy, you get 3 units in of themselves. And then things like Unity of Purpose just end the game. But really, it's the Queen Amidalas, it's the Chancellor Palpatines, it's the Bail Organas, it's the Outspoken Representatives, and even the couple of regional governors that we have in the deck can even name things that are really, really impactful, like a Vigilance on the right turn, or a Super Laser Blast if you happen to get to that point. But I mean, with all the units, even Beloved Orator, by the way, all the units that actually end up creating multiple units are a nightmare for control. Having 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1 is not the way you want to go. So if you're fighting against like Iden Green or something like that, it's quite easy. Or even like Kylo Green. Kira Green is where it gets a little bit scary because they can overwhelming barrage with the mass hit, and that can wipe your board. But the other control decks really struggle up against Mon Mothma, and it is fun. It is fun to deploy a bunch of units to the board, rush your opponents down with a bunch of units, and hitting them with a bunch of 0-2s. Like, pow, 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 pow. I mean, what greater enjoyment in the game can you have than your opponent loading up Power of the Dark Side? And you're like, yeah, defeat my outspoken 0-3 representative. Yeah, and give me a 2-2 as a response. I mean, that is a deal. That is a deal. So really, really amazing deck. Not necessarily because it's like top tier meta, but because, I mean, it could be depending on what the meta actually shapes up to be, but just because the combo potential, it's very similar to like Rex Green in that nature. However, I honestly think this is even potentially stronger just because you do get some really powerful cards that Rex doesn't get access to. Like a Chancellor Palpatine can win the game with surprisingly good efficiency with cards like, you know, and I'm talking about the double cunning one, that is, with cards like Queen Amidala or Beloved Orator. Getting a couple readied up units is a critical thing to do, and that's kind of the power, is that you get to play some of these tools that you otherwise wouldn't have in like Rex Green or like an outspoken representative. A 0-3 is normally bad with Sentinel, but this 0-3 just stalls just long enough for you to get down your other cards, like a Mon Mothma with a Figure of Unity or a Unity of Purpose, and that's all you really need to be doing. And my goodness, is it a fun time. It's not as explosive as the Rex Green is. When you go ahead and do the Rex Green, you get a Clone Trooper, you get to Battle Traces, and you get the Chancellor Palpatine. But it's very close. It's very, very close. And giving an extra toughness and having a 3-7 leader instead of a 2-6 plus, you know, not enough toughness on all the other units. I mean, look at all these units are officials in our deck. Every single one of them, with the exception of R2-D2, are officials. So, whew, I honestly, this is one of my most fun decks so far. Give it a shot, please. If anything else, just bring it to a Friday night one time against your store showdown opponents, your local opponents, and just run over them with a Unity of Purpose, and it'll be a fun time. They'll be mad, you'll be happy. It's great, you know. Maybe you're not that type of player. Maybe you want to be the fun guy, but you just got to do it one or two times. You just got to. You got. Okay, trust me. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all for the next one.